This may sound crazy, but if you want to be successful in life, don't listen to your parents. They are destroying your life unknowingly. And before you judge me or say anything, because I know there is a lot going through your mind right now, here are the reasons why I said what I said. And there are reasons on what I'm about to share with you in this video. So watch this video to the end. It is the society expectation that parents must be the one to plan for their children's future, must be the one to pave the way for them and forge their path to success, which make parents plays a very important role in every child's success. Because our parents want what is best for us, they want us to be successful than they are, to be where they couldn't be, get where they couldn't get, achieve what they couldn't achieve, and rise above a standard that they know they will never get to in life. And as good as this could be for parents to say that they want what is best for their children, but when planning for their children's future, they never for once invite their children's opinion on their home future. This makes me question the love that our parents have for us, for wanting us to be better than they are. Is this genuine or based on their own self-interest? Because parents claim that they want what is best for their children, whereas everything that they have in plan for their children always contradicts what they want for themselves. How can they even say they want what is best for their children, whereas they don't even know who their children truly are? They don't know what they want for themselves, what makes them happy, what doesn't make them happy, what they are good at. It just seems to me like many parents are trying to use their children to meet standards that they know they will never meet in life. Let's take for example, a father who is a junior employee in an organization who wish he could become a senior employee, but because of his qualification and certificate couldn't get to that position. So now he will send his children to school so they will be educated, and when they graduate will graduate with a good certificate. So when they are seeking a job, they'll be employed as a senior staff. And this does seem like something bad at first, but now after that child graduate, find a job and start making money, it's not expected of that child to be the one to send his or junior brothers or sisters to school, to be the one to take care of the family responsibility. If anything should happen in the family, those the nuclear family or extended family, it will be that child's responsibility to be the one to cater for it. And it's just a child that just graduate, that just starting his life or her life, that doesn't even know what he or she wants yet. This child will now be done a responsibility that isn't even his or hers. But this now means that the love that our parents have for us, or wanting us to be better than they are, is to relieve themselves of their own responsibilities. How do parents even know they know what is right for their children? Let's give parents the confidence and authority that they have the knowledge to be the one to guide their children to the right path to success, whereas what they know is the reason they have where they are today. I know what many people will say. They will say it's because of their experience. But their experience of theirs, have they practicalized this before? Does it work or does it not work? Because this experience is raw. Nobody has actually practicalized this before, even themselves. Yes, even in Yoruba adage that goes, what an adult sees sitting down. If a child should climb an iroko tree, he or she can see it. I would say that is very true in some aspects. But when it comes to being successful, that is totally a lie. Because now we're in a new era. What a child will see lying on the floor, if an adult to climb the tallest building or the tallest mountain on earth, he or she can't see it. Do you know why? Because now we're in a modern world. Everything is evolving very fast. Things are not what they used to be anymore. Things are changing very fast. We're in a new era of advanced technology where everything you want to do must go through the internet. If you want to bank, it must be through the internet. You can apply for almost everything through the internet. If you want to be recognized at any field or anything you do, it must also go through the internet. And what I'm even most concerned about are some parents wanting their children to study some specific courses or be in some specific field because they believe that if you want to be successful in life, these must be the courses that you must study. We all know those courses: medicine, surgery, law, engineering, and etc. And this isn't bad at all, but they are denying their children the right to pursue their own dreams, to find their purpose in life, and this is very bad. Many parents live a life that has been predetermined by their own parents. For example, my mother told me that back in the days, when people graduate, there will be jobs waiting for them. They won't be the one to pick a specific job that they love. They will have the opportunity to dine and wine with the king. They will be like a second king in the community. The kind of lifestyle that an educated man will live back then, a farmer do not dare to live that kind of lifestyle. So many children wanted to go to school, they want to be educated, or their parents deny them the opportunity to go to school because their parents believe that if you want to be successful, you must go to farm, you must work harder than others, then you'll be successful. But back then, education was really the key. If you want to be successful, you must go to school and you must be educated. So when these children grew a little older, they now sponsor themselves to school and study some random courses that doesn't align with what they truly desire. Life moves on pretty fast. Those children now grow up, have their own children, and now they are our parents. But now they want us to study some specific courses that they wish they had studied because they thought that is the only course that you can study for you to be successful. That is the only way that you can be someone in life. But wait, you recognize a pattern here. Their parents wanted them to be a farmer because they thought that is the only way that they could be successful. And now our parents are trying to force us to study some specific courses because they thought that is the only way that we can be successful. It's truly a pattern. It is called family scripting. When parents already predetermine their children's future, they realize that they couldn't achieve their own dream, and now they're trying to relieve themselves of those dreams by letting their children pursue it for them. Most successful people that you see out there today are people that doesn't live up to their parents' expectation. They don't care what their parents think about what they are doing. I heard a story of a man. The man said it himself. He said his father wanted him to study law, but he said to his father that he wanted to be a MC. He said his father looked at him and nodded his head in shame, and he called his own junior brother and said to him that my son said he's not going to study law, that he's going to be a MC. He said his junior brother came to the house and asked him, is it true that you say you want to be a MC, that you don't want to study law? He said he replied him that yes, I want to be a MC. He said his father's junior brother looked at his father and said, I'm not sure this is your son. He said at that particular moment, his father disowned him, and unfortunate for him, at that particular time, he got a girl pregnant, but luckily for him again, that girl was so supportive. The lady stood by him through thick and thin, and now they are both successful. And he said something. He said his father that was his enemy back then is now his best friend. So this made me realize something, that our parents don't really care about what we become in the future. They don't care about us being a doctor, be a lawyer, or whatever. They only think that that is the only way that we could be successful. So you can be whatever that you want. Our parents doesn't really care. They only think that if you want to be successful, they know the right way for you to be successful. But the truth is, they don't. As long as you do whatever you do and you're successful for that particular thing, if you don't kill someone, you don't defraud someone, whatever that you do, they don't care. All they really care about is you being successful, you being wealthy. And as long as you are wealthy, whatever you do, they are okay with it. Whereas you even have limited time to take orders from your parents, typically 27 to 30 years old, and after that, you'll be the one to make your own decision. You'll be the one to carry your own responsibility, to face your failure, to face your success, to face your breakthrough, to face whatever you have to face. Your parents won't be here for you forever. They won't be there for you through your thick and thin. They will be gone sooner or later. So why would you let them to stop you on pursuing your own dreams, on pursuing your aspiration, on finding your own purpose? If you have only this little time to spend with them, then why would you allow them to rob you of your own dreams? Why would you allow them to rob you of your own time because you spend a lot of time with yourself that you ever spent with them? You have your own family sooner or later. If you are a man, you probably have your own family. You'll be the one to take care of your wife, your children, and all their basic needs. So why would you let someone or your parents rob you of your own dream, rob you of something that you know passionately that if you do it, you'll be successful because you are good at that particular thing? That's why your parents can support you, they can guide you, they can be there for you, they can lead you to the right path to success, no doubt about that. But they shouldn't be the one to plan for your future. They shouldn't be the one to plan for your success. That responsibility is your own to carry. But if you say you want to allow your parents to plan for your future, there's no problem about that. But just know that sooner or later you'll be gone. And if you fail in life, you won't even have anybody to blame but yourself. If you're a Marvel fan, then you could have watched this movie. The movie is called The Avengers. And in this movie, there is a villain called Thanos, and he said something that I love. He said, as long as there are those that remember what was, there will always be those who are unable to accept what can be. This statement is meant for our parents As long as there are still some parents that remember how things used to be in the past, there will still be some parents who are unable to accept what things can be now. There will still be some parents who think that the only way that you can be successful in life is for you to go to school, graduate, secure a job, and start making money. That's their only definition of success. But there's something I want you to know. There are thousands of students graduating every year with the same certificate as the same field. Why can't you be different? Imagine thousands of students graduating every year in an institution. What would you say for the whole situation in the country? And do you think the government will be able to provide employment for all of them? I don't think so. It's not only about bad government or corrupt leaders. There is no way that they can employ every student that are graduating every year. That is not possible. So why can't you be different? Why can't you chase your own dream where your only competition is yourself? And here's a disclaimer. This video is not meant for people who doesn't know what they are doing. This video is meant for people who know exactly what they are doing. And it's not only by saying I know what I'm doing, but by showing your parents that you know what you are doing, that you can take responsibility for your own life, for your own decision. Some people have not for once take responsibility for anything in their life. Everything they ever do, if their parent doesn't get involved, that thing will not be successful. This video is not meant for someone like that. It's meant for someone who knows exactly what he or she is doing. If you're a student, you should even let your parents know that if they don't pay your school fees, you're capable of paying it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should tell them. If you tell them that, then you're on your own. I'm just saying that you let them realize in your behavior that even if they don't pay your school fees, you can sponsor yourself to school. This alone will encourage them that this child or this boy knows exactly what he is doing. They will be more than supportive to you. I've come to realize that parents love it when their children take responsibility of their own life, when their children are doing something that comes deeply from them, not because they want them to do it, but because that child wants to do it his or herself. So you should let your parents know that this is my dream, this is my aspiration, this is who I want to become in life, and don't care what they have to say about it. Or if let your parents know that you can take responsibility for your life, and this is not by telling them, but by showing them, they will leave it to it. They will even support you at every step of that dream. And if they don't support you, that shouldn't be a problem, and that shouldn't stop you. And I'm not saying fight with your parents. No, I'm not saying you should disobey them. I'm just saying you should let them realize that this is your life, that you must do what you have to do. Because I know our parents want what is best for us. They just don't believe that that dream of yours, that dream that you want to chase, is what will make you successful. So take responsibility for your own life. Go out there and make your dream happen. Your goals, your vision, your aspiration are waiting for you to bring them into reality. I believe in you, so why don't you believe in yourself? So at the end of the video, if you find this message meaningful and helpful, like this video. If you have anything to add or you want to express yourself, let's hear it in the comments. And please, I'm begging you, subscribe to my channel. This is the only way you can show appreciation for this video. I'm all about creating content that spread positivity and inspiring individuals. This is the notification bell, so when I drop a new video, you will be notified. And I also recommend this video if you are someone that wants to chase your dreams but you don't know how to start. In the video, I shared my experience, so go check it out. My name is Samuel, and I'll see you in the next video.